So you're thinking about making a move to McKinney, Texas? Well, in this video, we're going to show you around McKinney, Texas, take you through some different neighborhoods, show you some different price points of different homes so you can see what may fit your budget. And we're getting after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current real estate market here in North Dallas. My name is Preston and we get calls and emails from people just like you every day looking to make a move to North Dallas. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to North Dallas. Today we're sitting out here at Adriatica Village, one of my favorite spots here in the McKinney area. It's on the west side of McKinney. Basically looks like, it was made to look like a Croatian village. Basically like you're just right out of England. Super cool spot. Lots of shops, restaurants, tons of things to do for families. They have a wedding venue here. Event going on right now. I actually moved spots because somebody in a wedding dress started coming towards me, so I needed to get out of there. They also have a lighthouse, so you can actually see around the whole city that you can go check out as well. And of course, everybody's favorite, there's a Starbucks right down the street, so just in case you were worried, there is a Starbucks. So this is one of the most unique places, I think, in North Texas that I've been to, and probably one of my favorite spots in McKinney to come hang out, whether it's to have brunch at Harry's on the Harbor. You can sit on the patio and look over this lake, which is really cool, or if you're having a dinner, great sushi spots, and just tons of things to do, whether it's a date night or you're just getting out with the family. There's actually a walking trail around this entire place, so you can take the family with you, take the kids, whatever you like to do, take the dogs and take a walk around here. There are parks all around McKinney. Their motto is unique by nature. If you're coming from somewhere in the mountains, it's definitely, you're gonna wonder why that is called unique by nature. It's probably because here in the Dallas area, there's not a lot of that. And so there are some rolling hills, lots of trees, parks, all around McKinney compared to other places. So they do their best to make Texas look beautiful. I know that's the one downfall about Texas, is it's not as pretty as some of the other places in the country, but it makes up for it in many other areas. So McKinney has a lot of options with school districts, so you can live in McKinney and still be in the bordering cities such as Prosper and Frisco, and a lot of people like those school districts better. It's all about preference. I have great school districts here as well, but that is an option as well. If you'd like to get a little bit more for your money than you probably would in places like Frisco, you can still be here and get in those school districts, because I know that's the request quite a bit that we get. My second favorite place here in McKinney is probably on the opposite side, that we'll show you one of the houses in downtown, is the square in downtown McKinney. We'll definitely cover that in a later video, but that is one of the coolest downtowns in the area. But yeah, McKinney is a great place for families. It's the fourth largest or fastest growing city in America, just to show you how popular it is. People love coming here. Get a little more for your money still. You're about 40 minutes from the Dallas area, so you're still quick. It's not too bad, and you can get to Plano in about 20 minutes, Frisco in 10 from where we're at, because we're on the west side of McKinney. So anywhere you want to be, if there's something that's not here that you want to do, it's going to be in one of the neighboring cities. So this is a place you're never going to be bored. A safe place to be, great place for families, and that's why it's one of the most popular places here in North Texas, and that's why we're showing it to you today. So next we're going to show you some of the houses and go through some of the neighborhoods, and we'll see you then. All right, here we are at our first stop here in McKinney, Texas. We're at the northeast corner of McKinney, Texas, in an awesome neighborhood called Trinity Falls. Super cool spot, great place for families. This neighborhood even has a thing called a director of fun. That is somebody's job title for this neighborhood. With that, you're gonna have an HOA that's a little higher than typical here in Texas, so it's gonna be $100 a month, but you get what you pay for. You still get a lot of value for the money. Here's some of the houses around me. As you can see, it is trash day, so not typical. You're not usually gonna have trashes set out except for that one day a week, but just a really cool spot. Great place for families. There's a pool at the front of the neighborhood, parks. This place even has its own Frisbee golf course around the entire neighborhood with tons of walking trails. Super cool spot for families, like I said, one of my favorite neighborhoods. And here's our first house right here. It's gonna be at the $450,000 price point. It's gonna be a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2162 square feet. So it's gonna come out to about $208 a square foot, which is gonna be a little higher than the average, especially for here in McKinney, but you're getting a newer home. It was built in the year 2015. And on top of that, you're in a neighborhood that's really, really high in demand. People really want to be here. People want new. People want things to do for their kids. So definitely part of the price point there, and why they keep going up in this area. So yeah, here's a little bit of the area down that way. You can see some of the trees are a little bit more developed over here because, like I said, this was built in 2015. Everything's well taken care of. People really take pride in their home. This house is going to be a little bit more modern architecture than normal here in Texas for a brick and stone home, which I think is really cool. It kind of stands out. It's a little different than what you'd usually see. So yeah, that's our first spot, and this is also on a 1/4 acre, which is a lot different than what you'd see typically in a neighborhood like this, because you're usually going to be on a much smaller lot. So that's one of the complaints we do get, is that lots here in Texas, for the most part, are going to be on small lots, houses right next to each other. But if you want to be in a really fun place that's got tons of events for kids, pools, things to do all day long, kids running around, going to their friend's house kind of deal, it's usually going to be in a neighborhood with a little bit smaller lots. But like I said, that one has a 1/4 acre lot, so there are bigger lots out there. So this is our first stop. Let's go check out the next one. All right, here we are at our next stop here in McKinney, Texas. Again, we're going to be on the northeast corner of McKinney, Texas, here in a new neighborhood called Willowwood. Very similar to Trinity Falls. I know we get a lot of calls from people looking for a newer home, so I wanted to show you guys some of the availability. There are some new build opportunities out here, which isn't you can't really say for places like Frisco. Some places have waiting lists a mile long, so great opportunity. As you can see, there is a new construction going on right behind me, still being built. This neighborhood is about 5 years old, but there are some homes that are for sale and being sold on a consistent basis out here. See, it's a pretty similar neighborhood to the last one. Once again, I did choose to show you guys these houses on trash day, so that isn't typical. It is a Friday, and Friday is trash day, so I know better next time. So we're gonna be walking up to our next house right here. This right here was built by Chesmar Homes. It is 3,025 square feet, listed at $529. 4-bed, 3.5 bath. It does have a game room, a study, pretty much anything you want in a home for a big and growing family. It's a great spot. Chesmore's a great builder, and this is a great location. We actually just got a new school built here at the end of the neighborhood, so you can actually walk your kids to school if you'd like, or take a quick trip in your car. This is a great spot for families. Lots of things to do. There's a pool right on the entryway as you come into the neighborhood. There's also walking trails around the entire neighborhood. This one's also going to have an HOA, but it's going to be a lot lower than the previous neighborhood we saw, about $40 a month. But it doesn't have a director of fund, but I don't know if everybody needs a director of fund. So another great spot. A lot of new construction. Like I said, this neighborhood's only 5 years old, surrounded by trees. You can kind of see way back there, lots of trees. So a great place to take your dog on a walk, take your kids to the park. There's a basketball court, pretty much anything you could want for a family, schools, parks, swimming pool. So, and if you make friends with the neighbors, there's a good chance that they have a pool. So another great spot. We'll show you one more shot down there. All right, guys, that is Willowwood here in Northeast McKinney. Let's go check out the next one. All right, here we are at our last stop here near downtown McKinney, literally walking distance. As you can see, I'm in a parking lot, which kind of goes to some of the favorite spots here in downtown McKinney, some of the restaurants, shops, so many things to do. Really cool area, mix of homes that are over 100 years old. The one we're going to check out, it's kind of hard to see because it is on a corner on a kind of a busy street, but like I said, walking distance to downtown McKinney, which will be one of the favorite spots of everyone if you ever come here. So here is the house. This house was built in 1897, fully renovated, 57 square feet, 4-bed, 3-bath, super cool house. Like I said, pretty much anything you could want to do, shop, anything is right down walking distance, as you can see. So there's a parking lot right there. I know that wouldn't be everybody's favorite, but if you want to be in the hustle and bustle, want to experience all that McKinney has to offer, this is a great spot to be. So this house is, which I didn't go over, at $997,000. So you're going to pay a little more to be in one of the best spots in downtown McKinney, especially for a fully renovated house. So super cool spot, unique home. There's going to be nothing like it. You can see the street. Every house is completely different. We'll do a little drive-by so you can kind of see the neighborhood here in a little bit. And this house also has a pool. So what more could you need, especially in the summertime here in Texas? One of the things that's a must-have is definitely going to be a swimming pool. So awesome spot. I'm going to try to take you around the corner as soon as this car passes by so we can kind of see a little more of the house. Like I said, it's a little hidden due to the landscaping and stuff like that. So there's the side of the house, just super unique, really cool. And here's some of the houses next to it. Everything's just really different. Definitely not what you always are used to or see here in North Texas. So, all right, guys, I better get out of the street before I get run over. But that's our last stop for today. We're definitely going to show you some more properties here in the future. But stick around for that market report, and I'll see you then. Hey guys, we're back here at my home office. Appreciate you guys checking out the neighborhoods with me and a little bit of what McKinney has to offer. Now I know we didn't see very much, but we're definitely going to have a whole lot more videos coming soon that show all that McKinney has to offer, things to do, places to see, and how to get there. So stick around for those. We're going to do a little market report here. So the average sales price here in McKinney for this past month was $502,000. The median sales price was $460,000. So it's definitely gone up quite a bit since the past year, of almost 25% since last year. So that may sound like a lot, but with what's been going on in the entire country, as you know, the housing market has boomed like crazy, and McKinney has definitely been a very, very hot spot. It is currently the 4th fastest growing city in the entire country, which of course is going to make supply and demand crazy here, which is just bidding up those home prices like crazy. So the average days on market right now is currently 15 days. What that means is that if there was no homes listed in the next 15 days, that we would be down to basically 0 houses for sale, which is absolutely crazy. A healthy market, I think, is about 3 to 4 months of inventory. So definitely super competitive. I think the average home sold for 4% over the list price here in McKinney, with as much as 9% over list price. So still very, very competitive. What I will say is that towards the winter months, late fall, you're going to see probably it slow down quite a bit. It's still going to be competitive, but we're not going to see the insane amount of offers that we've been seeing. I've actually started to notice that now here in the fall months, that we're not getting as many offers on homes as we were before. Earlier this summer and spring, you're seeing dozens of offers that were going on a single house that just made it really, really hard for buyers to compete. So we'll probably see that slow down quite a bit here towards the winter months, definitely towards the holidays. A lot of people don't like to move during those months. Kids are settled in school and things like that. So keep an eye out for that. You can always call me to see what the current market is and how things are going. There still are opportunities to be had. So there has been 7.5% of homes have had a price drop, which means there still is, opportunities for people to get a home under that list price. Usually what that means is that the home was listed a little more than what it should have been listed at. Some sellers are very proud of their house. That's where they grew up. That's where they raised their kids, and they took a lot of pride in that home. So they wanted to get the top dollar for that house. But a lot of times, if you do list it a little higher than what would be competitive, it ends up, people are going to know that are working with great agents, and they're going to, have less foot traffic coming through the house, which is going to hurt them in the end, because if you did price it right, you're going to have a lot more feet through that door, and a lot more offers coming your way. So another thing that I'm noticing is earlier this year, we're seeing, houses, no matter what they look like, were getting sold. It really didn't matter whether they needed, a lot of work or little work, and they just didn't look that great. They would sell anyways. Now we're seeing that people have to really, paint their house, stage the home, and make it a little nicer to compete with the other homes to get that top price. So that's a lot better for the buyers out there than it was earlier this year. Like I said, McKinney is the 4th fastest growing city in America, so I don't see prices falling anytime soon, especially with interest rates being at an all-time low. So you're able to get, a lot more house with a low down payment with those interest rates the way they are. Currently right now, the lowest priced home in McKinney, Texas is a 2-bed, 1-bath, right under 1,000 square feet on the southeast side of McKinney at $199,000. And then the most expensive home Yes, the most expensive is $12 million. $12 million, I said that right. We are here in McKinney, Texas, and there are homes that are that pricey that come up every once in a while. So that home is, I believe, on right under 16 acres and 15,000 square feet. So it is absolutely immaculate and incredible. So whether you're looking in a low price range or a super high, there's something for everybody. There's a great mix here of new and old, historic homes, new construction, basically anything that you're looking for. And there's different parts of town where you can find those homes and those properties. You know, there's not as many new construction opportunities out there as there was. But what I do see often is that people will have to back out due to financing contingencies. They may have already found another house while their house was getting built because of the delays that have been going on. So when those come back to market, we usually get emails, and so we'll see some new inventory of completed homes. Now that doesn't happen a whole lot, but there are opportunities out there. So we're definitely going to be doing quite a few more videos. We're going to have a map video coming up, so you can see how to get around McKinney, get to the neatest places that they have to offer, access to places like the airport, other surrounding cities. That's one of the great things about McKinney. It's such a central location and surrounded by a whole lot of other great cities such as Frisco and Plano, where there's a ton to do, a ton to see. So, and that's also where a lot of the jobs are. If you're not working in McKinney, you can get to those other places really quickly. So stick around for that map video. And remember, whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to North Dallas.